Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy LaRon. It's the Broken Traditions podcast, episode 3. In this episode, we're going to talk about black women in sports, right? So there's a lot going on with black women in sports. We got the situation with Maria Taylor at ESPN. We got the Sha'Carri Richardson. We got the issue with Gwen Berry. And we got the black women swimming team. And also, they not allowing the black transgender female to compete in the Olympics because her testosterone levels don't meet the right requirements. So we're about to get into that, and I'm gonna bring in my boy Jamel. You know what I'm saying? Jamel, collection of a heart, all that stuff. So I'm about to bring him in right now. There we go. Mel, what's good with you? You know what I'm saying? You
What's
do
going
your
on, boss?
introduction, let people know who you are, where you at, how they find you. You know the usual. You know what it is. You know everybody say you know what it is when they introduce themselves.
Jamel Harden,
Mm-hmm.
collection of Mel. Also, Instagram at the last aviator, and I'm everywhere. Collectionofaheart.com, thelastaviator.com.
All right. Any Facebooks, any Twitters, any TikToks, any
Jamel
Pinterest,
Harden,
any LinkedIn, any
J-
YouTube,
Jamel
whatever.
Harden on Jamel Harden on everything. Twitter, collection of Mel.
All right,
That's
cool.
NEL Mel.
All right, cool. All right, let's get into this, man.
YouTube too.
YouTube, see?
YouTube collection
I asked you about
collection of
YouTube.
a
You didn't say
heart.
nothing.
I forgot. Collection of a heart. Jamel Harden.
I bet. All right, so I want to get into this the situation with black females in sports right now, right? So I don't know if you heard the introduction or not, but I'll say I want to get into like the Maria Taylor and the Rachel Nichols situation. To Sha'Carri Richardson, how she got suspended for 30 days. Gwen Berry, how she's protesting the flag at the trials for the Olympics, and also the black women swim team who can't wear the swim caps because they said that I don't know what's the reason why they can't wear it, but they said they can't wear them so because of their natural hair, and also the transgender black women who can't compete in the Olympics. All right, so which one you want to jump on first? Since you the guest, I'm gonna see which one you want to jump on first.
I'll let you go.
All
Because I don't
right,
watch the news that much, but I still could give an opinion on something. So go
all
ahead.
right. Let's go on Gwen Berry because I think that one's dying out. So let's go on the Gwen Berry situation. So Gwen Berry is a hammer
Okay.
thrower, right? And
Yes.
she placed third in the trials. So when she placed third, she's going to be able to compete for the Olympics. So she's the top 3 in the country. And when they walked up to the podium to get their medals, they wasn't supposed to have the national anthem playing, from what I understand. But it played at that time because it's set to play at like 5:20 p.m. out there in Oregon. So they're supposed to play at that time. And when they played it, she said she got triggered and she didn't know what to do, so she just kind of stood there. Then after the national anthem played, her two teammates they had their hand on their heart, and she just stood there. Then after it played, she rose a shirt that says, I think it says "activist athlete" at the end of it.
Yeah.
So,
On her
she
shirt, it
gained,
says that.
huh?
Said that on her shirt.
Yeah, like she had a shirt like on by her feet, and she rose it up after the national anthem played.
That's
So
dope.
that's the first one. How you feel about that?
Listen, man. She got in trouble.
She didn't get in trouble
Oh,
because
outside of
there's
backlash, she
backlash.
got in trouble.
She got backlash because it's like, you know, if you're going to compete for the country, why can't you stand for the anthem? You know the rhetoric that goes along with not going with the anthem. You know what I'm saying? So she got that kind of backlash. But people are supporting her, and some people are not. But this is my take on it. I said, you know, protesting the national anthem is to me it doesn't do any good no more because everybody now either is with you or against you. And the people that you want to try to reach and bring awareness to whatever you trying to bring awareness to, they're not gonna listen to you once you do that. Shouldn't you have a different approach by now? Like the first time we did this was 1968. It's 2021.
You know what it is? I don't know the thing where sometimes you gotta take a stand in strange places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it was done before. Look how much backlash they got. They ruined their life. Can possibly happen again. For somebody to take a stand like that on this stage and on that type of thing, because you got to remember, people around across the world was watching because they're trying to see, these people times, they how good they are, so when they know what to compete against.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could so-called. I'm in the sport. This is my livelihood. So of course I'm still going to, you know, I don't know the term, like join the Olympics if I can. But when you got to take a stand, it's for nobody else but you to take that because you got to live and die on that hill. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, yo, listen, man, y'all don't know what I've been through. Y'all don't know what I'm going through. Me taking a stand, you should ask me what you've been through or what's
Mm-hmm.
going on with you because like I said, you never know what somebody going through. So that stand could have been something more. Than you don't know how people in her state. Wait, where you know she from?
I want to say she's from California. I think she's from
Okay,
California, if I'm not mistaken.
so like sometimes you gotta take a stand. Like that's the way. Nothing changes until somebody try to change it.
Yeah.
And if everybody's like go with the it makes no sense to do this here. When do it ever make sense?
True.
Somebody took a stand for something to happen here on everything.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people got backlash. Some people got killed for their stands. But then later on, they pushed for some changes. You know,
Yeah.
sure.
And like
You know,
what I feel bad about her is now they starting to pull up all types of things that she tweeted, and she said things about white people in her tweet. She said things about Chinese people in her tweet. She said things about um Hispanics in her tweets. Like, oh, like white people. No, she said like Chinese people wearing white socks or shoes. Like Chinese people do anything. Like now they pulling all types of cards from her. Like now she's putting in a
mm,
position like they going to put all your receipts now. And I think like damn, like I don't think she wanted to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? I think she didn't want to be in a position where everybody now is um pulling everything that you ever said. It's like tweets from 10 years ago, but now people pulling it and saying like, "Oh, look, she's a racist or she's this. Look at her views on this. Look at her views on that." I think that's you know if you're gonna do stuff, you gotta like clean up your whatever you got going on before you take that stance too, because they're gonna pull up all the stops and make you look bad. They won't do all that.
yeah. That's why you gotta be. The lesson is to be calculated on what you put on social media. I tend
Yeah,
to watch what I say, and you gotta be able to defend it. Now, how
yeah.
old is she? How old is she now? Because if she was
She's
now
like 30 something.
30 or
And
twenty,
they also got I don't remember like last Olympics where all the black women had like the flag behind them. They hold the flag behind their arms. Now they pulled her picture like, oh, just 4 years ago, she's in Olympics. She had the flag up. Now she don't want to have the flag. I'm like,
okay,
they just
I
pulling a
can. I
whole
mean,
bunch of things out on her.
you could defend most of that. Now, making the comments, I will say you could defend that too in a way like, yeah, I was young and dumb where I came from. I experienced a lot of racism through this and that, through this group, so I didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, doing it with the Olympics, I start seeing different people and see not everybody like that. It changed my mind.
Yeah,
I mean, not to say to spin. Hopefully, she believe it, but listen, man,
it's a lot. Unfortunately, a lot of times it's about spinning and making things seem like how people want it to be. It's like it's a
yeah,
dangerous game, man. You got to have a
it's a
tough.
it's a kiss ass society. But you know what though? Everybody that's going against you wasn't for you anyway the first time. So what
Yeah.
you do is do it. How the right term to say it? Like if you ever pay attention, like I guess they're conservatives. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to group them, but I didn't know what to call. I didn't want to say the white people conservative, but usually conservative. They'll say some outlandish stuff about black people, and guess what? They might get fired or they might get laid off, but then they still get the millions and millions of dollars of what they owed because they signed a contract. And I guess they get fired, but they get their money back because y'all know what you hired before. They just don't say that if you pay attention. They never
Mm-hmm.
say how were they able to get their 25 million still. They got fired. You got to do what they do. They still got a group. If you're going to make a stance, change to your group. It's like you know how the rappers got like you never see them, but yet you always hear their name and they got a core fan base.
Yeah.
People got to start getting their own fan base and just worrying about them. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
saying go
true.
say no racist stuff, but take to your core fan base. Sometimes you apologize to people that wasn't going to support you anyway.
Yeah.
So now, and what happened is people want to, the people that respect your comments and know what you feel, they're gonna support you.
Yeah, true.
That's what it comes down to. Stick to your fan base,
And I think
whatever you do.
I want to segue to something else now since we talk about like sticking to a fan base. I think this girl right now about to have the biggest fan base as an athlete I could think of between men and women. I think that's Sha'Carri Richardson because you know what happened with her. She got suspended 30 days for smoking weed, and what's so dope about her? It seems like everybody's more supportive of her than it is the people against her, and it's like people from all different sides. And if, I say if it's able like, all right, we support her because she a black girl and we feel like she got done wrong. Then there's other people who support her like, yo, at least she owned up to it and she's not making no apologies. Then they got other people who's like, you know what, we for weed, you
You
know what
mean
I'm saying?
excuses?
Huh?
You mean excuses? You said she's not making no apologies. You meant excuses. I know what you meant.
Yeah, well, she's not making no excuses. She said, "Yo, that's
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
I messed up. You know, what I'm saying I'm gonna take it on the chin." Then she got people who support weed. You know, what I'm saying like, all right, we support weed. This is messed up. Then she got people who saying who lost a parent and who could deal with like this is how she coping. You know what I'm saying? What
Hmm.
else she got? She just got like so many
I
people now
lied.
supporting her. She got
Yeah.
black people, white people, conservatives,
Mm-hmm.
Democrats, liberals, whatever. Everybody supporting her. If she play it right, she could be the biggest athlete in some time. And she's only 21 years old. So she's being herself.
Nike put out a tweet support, which is dope.
They should have, because I don't know if you see my video, but what they did to Allison Felix was messed up. So they had to support her. Because Allison Felix was
You
a
know.
Nike athlete and she got pregnant.
Oh, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
she had that C
about that
section
one.
and Nike dropped her. So now
Really?
Nike dropped her.
Some scumbag stuff.
Yeah, so they had to make up for that. So Nike came out and said, you know what, at least you're accountable for what you did. We support you in this aspect. So Nike supported her. She didn't lose no endorsements. She's still able to run, but she's not able to run against, the 100-meter dash where everybody want her to see do.
How convenient is that? Um.
But she
All
can
right.
spin that in a great way. Like that's
You can. You can.
she in my opinion, she's winning. She's winning. People in the Olympics don't really make money off the Olympics. They make money off the story that they
A
come up with.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Yep. So she could do great. You know what I'm saying? And I think also before we get more into her, I think it was really off base how people was comparing her to Michael Phelps. And the
Why you say
reason
that?
I said that because Sha'Carri Richardson, she failed the drug test, right? And she got suspended for a month. Michael Phelps didn't fail a drug test. It was a picture that got leaked of him smoking weed, and he got suspended for 3 months. Then after that, he lost a lot of endorsements. So, and it was in the off season. It wasn't during the Olympic trials. They just said, "Oh, wait, you smoking weed now?" Then they put that picture out. Then they suspended him for 3 months. She got
You know.
suspended
You
right
know.
afterwards.
I think the confusion is the confusion with that with Michael Phelps. 'Cause I heard somebody argument was that you don't see you didn't see white people condemning him in public. That's the argument I saw about
That's not
comparing
true.
to Michael Phelps. But
That's
I'm
not
saying
true.
that's what the argument I see. Well,
Yeah,
I personally, I didn't see it, but they saying because you see, like as soon as it happened, I ain't gonna lie. Well, when I saw it, which pissed me off a little bit, was as soon as it happened, people, I saw a lot of black people, which I'm not shocked, just running just to kill her. Oh, she's stupid. She should have known better. She should have known better. She should have known better. Yeah, she did. She said she know better. But they killing her in a way where it's like, yo, you can say people make mistakes, and you'll be like, oh, you can't make no mistakes like that. To be honest with you, even her taking responsibility and accountability, if I was her, I'd take a stand, and I think she should have took a stand. Like this is better than the medicine we have to take for this anyway. Some painkillers they got to take.
yeah, it
Some of
is.
them get addicted to painkillers. I wouldn't tell her to ruin her career by making that stand. Towards the end, when she ready to retire or when she towards the end, she should take that stand. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know, the NBA guys is doing that. That's what Al Harrington was in the play doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the matter of fact, they said David Stern was so against it, but then when they wrote said the properties of it, they said that he was on the way to doing it. Then he passed away. That's not me trying to be no conspiracy theorist, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, just in case. But they say he was on the way to seeing it because you got to think about it. These athletes, right? It's all subject for one subject. These athletes, what they got to do for their body, they're not really eating right. You think they're eating right because they training, but that's not really. They got to they're killing their body to remain in shape.
Yeah.
They're taking all types of shit from G and C that's probably not really good for you, but it's on the list that you can stuff that you can take.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of stuff that's really not good for you because your body don't secrete enough anyway. So you
Yeah.
shouldn't really be putting more in your body. They're allowed to take. So it would be good, but I wouldn't suggest that because a lot of people would put their career on the line. Like I wouldn't go to work. Hey, weed's better for good for you, and I never smoked a day in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't condone her or condemn her. Sorry, condemn her because that, from what I'm hearing, the properties of some weed. Some people just smoke it just because they like drugs, but it could be soothing, more soothing than you taking a whole bunch of what Vicodin, oxycodone, all that stuff,
Alcohol.
and morphine, alcohol,
Yeah.
and I think somebody do need to take a stand for certain things. Somebody
Yeah.
took a stand, and all of a sudden, guess what? Ooh, you can open dispensaries. you know,
Yeah.
Somebody need to take a stand, and people need to stand behind that and say, "Yo, listen, yeah, she done it, but what's wrong with it?" That's what the stand need to be. But what actually is wrong with it? Tell us why it's on the list. I see somebody come up with a stat. I don't know how true it is because when people want to start pointing fingers at people telling them they wrong, they start coming out with stats. So I don't know how true it is
Mm-hmm.
that all THC hides other drugs that you taking. I don't know, like in your system. I don't know how true that is
Yeah.
because they said they only found traces of something that would be in weed. But she said I smoked. She didn't try to say I took a. You
Performance
ain't trying to say I
enhancing.
took something or
Yeah.
anything. I think people just need to stand behind it. Definitely with the weed heads. How you a
Yeah.
weed head and you, bro? She was wrong. She knew it wasn't in there. But bro, her standing up, this happening to her could better everybody else because she live in a state where it's legal. Granted, for the board is not, but
No, 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 no. She don't. I don't think she live in a state where it's legal. I think
either
where
she,
she was
either she
at
live
the
in the state
time
or
it
she,
was
yeah,
legal.
that's what I meant. That's
Yeah,
what I
she was in
meant.
Oregon, so it was legal. I think she lived
I'm
in
about to
South
correct. Yeah,
Carolina. Yeah, I don't know if it was legal
okay.
in South Carolina.
That's what I'm about to say. But let's say you're in a state, because right now, if I fly to a certain state, it's legal. But granted, when I go to my job to take a drug test, they might be like, which
Yeah.
I understand it. But it takes nothing changes if nobody changes it.
Yeah. And also
Like,
too, I,
what are they doing to her? What are they doing to her body that those stuff she's doing for track is doing to her? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, could be worse.
And it's
And
not
also
to
too, I
take it
put
off
I
like,
put this point
oh,
out there. I
she
put this point
black.
out too. I said that she's only 21 years old. She's young,
Yeah,
right? So people are like, oh, the Olympics only every 4 years. I was like, yo, look at her. Her biggest competition is Shelly Ann Fraser Price, the Jamaican lady. Remember, yeah, you probably seen it
mm,
before. She always had like different color hair running and whatever.
yeah, yeah,
She's been running forever. She's
yeah,
34. So this her biggest
yeah,
competition is 13 years older than her. And
yeah,
plus, when you get older, you become a better athlete as far as more technicalities, more or less raw talent.
yeah.
And by the time
You know,
3 years from
yeah.
now, she's going to be probably twice as good as she is now. So I
Yeah.
think she'd be all right, man. She'd be good.
I think she'll be all right regardless, but I mean, me personally, I think somebody should make a stand at. Well, it'll be 30 days, so it's kind of hard for it. I wish she would have got, not caught, but took a. I wish she took a stand. You know what? Because a lot of these athletes, not a lot of them, some of them probably smoke on their off time to clean the system in time.
Yeah.
Somebody, I'm telling you what it takes for one of the biggest other person to say, "Yo, listen, I smoke weed. It helps me. It helped coach through my pain and my issues,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed to get through because the pain med's not helping.
Yeah, but
What they gonna
unfortunately,
do?
the stigma guy goes with the weed. That's why the
No, no, no,
people
no, no. But what are they gonna do if an athlete with a big name do that?
they get rid of him.
See,
Well,
no,
they
not with a
probably
big
condemn him,
name.
but it ain't. I
Not
mean,
with a
like
big, not with a big, not with a big name.
All right, name an
That
athlete
was
that
a
can get
big
away
name.
with that right now.
But right now,
Yeah.
actually, they kind of trying to they trying to change. Not trying to change. Did the NBA lift that up a little bit, or they was
No, I
in
think
talks of
I
doing it,
think
right?
I think what they do is now is if you get suspended, the first time is a warning, the second time is a warning, the third time is an issue.
I think, but I don't. I think they kind of like was in talks of trying. I don't know to what extent. You know, I don't watch the news as much because it shows stupidity. But I
Yeah.
know they was mentioning it because, like I said before, Alec Silver's what's his name?
Adam
Adam
Silver?
Silver. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think before, like I said, they said David Stern started opening up to it. They said because they start showing and this, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never smoked a day in my life, so I don't know why I think, oh, I'm trying to promote it, but some people say help him cope. But I watched the whole interview of somebody saying how he named different. I ain't talking about that stuff people making in their backyard and kitchen and sprinkling or cleaning supplies in it. But they said, the natural way, it might help. It helps them better than anxiety medication,
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. So who am I to tell somebody you going through pain, go take all these pills, but you can't do this because it's illegal because we want it to be illegal. That's my
But
only take.
yeah, but not
Free
to get off
will.
topic. The reason why they tell you to take the pills because the FDA is I think it's written in the FDA like a law that you can't take nothing natural. No, a doctor can't prescribe nothing natural to you to solve your issue. So like say you vitamin C efficient. A doctor can't tell you eat oranges. A doctor got to tell you take these pills. That's a law. That's probably why they pushing it like that. Weed is more of a natural thing than a pill.
Let me ask you. I know your answer, but let me ask you a question. How that sound to
It sounds crazy.
you?
So
Nothing changes if nobody changes it.
yeah, it
But
sounds crazy.
if that's the law, that's see how crazy that sounds. See how you know that and nobody else standing up against it, but they want to tell everybody they wrong for certain stuff.
No,
Then
people
you
stand up
realize
against it, but they just they get shut
how many
down or
people,
you know how the government moves.
how many people are standing up against it. Like only people person I heard say that. Granted, we probably not that we in two different circles, but you more into that natural vegan life, so you might hear more people that know about it. And I get a lot of my information from you.
Yeah, but
But
believe it or not,
but
a
you the
lot of
only
people,
person I
a
really
lot of
heard.
people I know that's vegan and stuff like that's into the lifestyle. They don't know that either.
And see, that's part of my point too. So say you
I
might
probably
know more
like
because
a
of
lot of
circle.
most people I ran into that knew about that. I probably say like three people that knew about that. That's people who own
I'm,
like Harry, like somebody who owns a health food store. They would know about that.
but you see what I'm saying? How many people actually know about that? And that
Yeah.
goes to show you people don't stand behind because then
And the crazy
you
part
own
is,
a health food store.
I didn't learn that from the people who own the health food stores. I learned that by just doing my own research and reading.
Research, yeah.
Yeah,
But go back to how crazy that is. You go into the doctor office with some pain that you never really felt before. You don't know what it is. They don't know what pain you're going through. Now you can sit there and go in there and say, "Yo, I'm having this pain right in my chest." Come, how the body works, that shit might be coming from your stomach or gas or somewhere else.
yeah.
But you telling them, they'll tell you, "Oh, I get this new medicine."
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you know what that new medicine do? Because you just told me you just got it in. Yo, let's try this.
Yeah,
Let's try this. You're not going to tell me to go take the this, that, and the third of what's that? Black seed oil or nothing that
yeah.
may help better. You're not going to tell me none of that. You ain't going to even whisper it. You're just going to say, take these pills. Let me say, let's say I'm depressed or
Mm-hmm.
anxiety. Take these pills that might make you suicidal for your depression. So go kill yourself. Go try to kill yourself
Mm-hmm.
while trying to not to kill yourself.
Yeah,
But
basically,
don't go smoke the stick that you feel might be better for you. And
that's
like I
natural.
said, I don't smoke weed. I don't never have. But reality is reality and real is real and right is right.
Yeah,
If this can help you, but yet these pills that can make you commit suicide, that can make you have some kind of internal bleeding or anything like that, is wrong. Granted,
mm-hmm.
everybody say, "Oh, don't make it a black thing." Well, I couldn't make it a black thing because black people, on record, you might see them in public promoting it more. But there's hella other people, other races who smoke like crazy. People that you don't even know. You think, oh, he just a hippie, or he just not hippie. You think, oh, he just a businessman. They blow it down probably more.
Yeah.
They go to parties and they do it, but they don't have to deal with the backlash because it's stereotypical. Oh, y'all rap, y'all listen to rap. Yeah, no, they do too. They use it too, just as much,
Yeah.
just as much. And they'll fight you if you try to take it from them. As
Mm-hmm.
a cop, they'll fight the cop trying to take it from them.
Yep.
So, but people gotta. But the thing is, sometimes like I had a guy come to me like, oh, but y'all black guys got to stop doing this and that. And I was like, wait, you just told me all the crimes or stuff you did when you was young or the drugs you took. I never did none of that. But if I did, I got harassed more than you. So it goes to show you that they gotta. If you are for something, when it comes out in the news or if somebody taking a stand, no matter what race it is, you should stand up for that.
Yeah.
If you are an advocate of smoking weed and it helps you whatever you do, when this case comes, first thing you should have said is, I stand with her. Now she was doing something like, I guess it's still illegal, but something like illegal with it, selling to kids or doing like getting some weird shit with it, then all right,
Mm-hmm.
cool. But if that's her coping mechanism or her get through life mechanism when she going through the stress, because that's just stressful. To qualify for the Olympics, it comes every 4 years, to get your body right, to beat people. When she started off, I was watching the clip, they was like, oh, imagine she beat the dog crap out of these girls. And you know what they said? Oh, look how she started. She ain't gonna be winning like that. But she won.
Yeah.
They criticizing you already. Hence why Naomi said, yo, I don't want to talk to the media to my mental health. Then they show a clip of them saying some weird stuff to her, asking her weird questions while she's just sitting there like she just looked like she was down and they just asking her the weirdest questions. Hence, hence, Sha'Carri. Why is a news reporter or interviewer, what you want to call them, telling her about her biological mother passing away?
Because people like reactions. They just want to go to reactions and see what's working for them.
Listen, let me tell you something. My mother passed away. If I would have found out from somebody who I don't know, just tell me, hey, your mother passed away, not trying to like pull me aside, talk to my manager, like, yo, do we know? Or somebody that handles me when I'm like doing my business and they like my assistant or something.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't sit me down or let my grandmother come and tell me, bring my grandmother to come and tell me, for you to try to do that, he deserves. And she even gave him a pass. Said, "Yo, I don't hold it against him. He deserves answer." But that's a coping mechanism. She
Yeah.
been through shit. Everybody heard her story, and this was my thing about the black people that had so much to say against her. They heard her story. Everybody was sad for her because they heard her story. Her mother passed. She's adopted. She this, and she ran to her grandmother. When she ran to her grandmother, I had tears in my eyes. Like, ooh, I'm trying to hold it up. I'm like, yo, I show you the how powerful. You can tell she's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
So when knowing that she's been through some stuff and knowing it's a coping mechanism, she stand behind her. I don't care a damn if it's the Olympics don't want that. They can kiss my ass. Stand behind her. I'm
Mm-hmm.
standing behind her and I'll never smoke. Because guess what? If that helps her get through her day, because she could go be on some other stuff.
Yeah. Facts.
Cocaine, they say you leave your system within 3 days, so you don't know who's doing that or not. These people taking Percocets, all those other painkillers and stuff that they high off of. But if you get a prescription, you can say you're okay with it.
Yeah.
She just took something that don't really. I'm not going to say it change your mood, but it might mellow you out. So you might need that. That's better than taking some anxiety pills
Mm-hmm.
or taking some, be like what's the girl, Jesse? That's Jesse of about Saved by the Bell. I'm so
Oh yeah. Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. How you gonna
You know,
bring it back to
every
that?
sh- every show had somebody who did that in the show. I don't know if you realize they all got the same thing where somebody took that. Every
Yeah.
high school show, they took something to try to stay up. They never
Yep.
said what it was, but they always said they it's the same scenario. They never tell you what it was. They just call it pills, and they always find it in the person locker room,
Yeah.
and that's a reality for some. You know how many people I work with that take, or I be around, they be like, I got anxiety. They
Mm-hmm.
take pills. I'm like, how you got anxiety? I didn't know what it was, but a lot of people have it.
Yeah.
So you okay with them taking pills?
All right. Now let's jump into the. I guess the black swimming team who can't wear their swim caps because they said that I don't know why they said they can't wear it, but it's banned from the Olympics. They can't wear their swim caps that's I guess is made for like natural hair. How you feel about that? And what do you think we should do as a
Say, say,
people?
say that again. You said that you don't understand.
No, I don't understand the reason why the Olympics said they can't wear it.
You understand the reason. You might not believe in it. That shit is. Listen, man. When your skin is glowing, when that water hits your skin and that shit glistening, some people get jealous. Like, damn, your skin look perfect under that fucking water. Excuse my language. That yo, we gotta try to stop you from doing something. We can't. You like that? We gotta take it away from you. We want to make it uncomfortable for you. So if you lose, we don't want. You know what I mean? Like we want to make
Yeah.
find a way to take your powers away.
So
Take that
now,
that
as a
magic
people,
away.
what should we do? Like, should we boycott it? Should we not watch it? Because at the end of the day, they still going to swim. They still need our support, I believe. What would you do? Like, what should be done?
I wouldn't tell them to stop because at the end of the day, that's their livelihood. That's what they do. They got to show people that they still are the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even tell them. See, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a hood dude, but I'm thinking about they come with some shirts that say, "Yo, f y'all rules," but I don't want them to get in trouble. I want
Yeah.
them to just find a solution for themselves and let everybody else handle it. Because this
Yeah.
goes to show you, if nobody else standing up for them, I don't know how much the celebrities can say, but sometimes they say stuff. But somebody gotta let it be known, like, yo, start a campaign on some like they try to stop us, but we gonna win type of campaign.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say do because they can't really do nothing because that's what they do. Like you're a swimmer. Yeah, you can sit there and say no, I'm not doing it, but guess who's hurting? It's not hurting them. All you're gonna do is let somebody win who shouldn't probably win.
Yeah. Facts.
And your name and their name will go in the book. They're not going to put an actress next to it. Like Barry Sanders, we know he's nice, but guess what? In 130 years, 40 years, when everybody gone, his name not going. He might be still be in the Hall of Fame, but he didn't beat that record because he quit. He gave up, which is an honorable thing because he didn't want to be. I think, is that true? Like he didn't want to beat Walter Payton record,
I don't know.
but guess what? I
I
don't
don't
know how
know.
true, but they said that he want to beat the record, but he just stopped. Mind you, he was nice as hell. And I'm
Yeah.
only saying that to say, like, for the record book, still put on for him. Because that's your family legacy, your name.
Yeah.
So bust ass, but everybody else should be watching with only watch their part and cut the rest of the Olympics off. Find out what time they coming on and post on social media that time. I'm only watching this. Make that the hashtag. I'm only
Yeah. That'd be
watching
smart. I
this.
like that.
Start a hashtag and find the times out. Everybody work together, find the times out. Only watch them. Say after the Olympics and just watch them and cut it off.
Yeah.
People need to start shit together like that. Let's watch what we need to watch. Them girls need to because they're gonna have to wear a shower. I mean, a swimming cap.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody can create one. I don't know the rules of how they going to stop it or get it, but they need to for their own sake. Because I could sit there and tell them, oh, just pull out. No, you can't do that because your family name and they don't read the record books.
Yeah.
Bust
Facts.
ass, bust ass, and show them that. And when you get in front of that mic, when you win, like you can't be stopped when when God gives you talent, God
Yeah.
given talent.
Make a message
Make a
behind it. I
statement.
feel you.
Make a statement. Make a statement. If somebody gonna support you, put money behind you on the low. They might not say how much they could, but do it. Then you know what you do? Start our own swimming line, shower cap line. All five of y'all, whoever it is, come. That's how y'all stick together in business
But the
because
L part about
they
it,
try to.
it's a black owned brand that made those shower caps, especially for women who swim. So
And
that's
I
probably
stand
some
behind
part of
them
it
too.
too.
I stand behind them more. Now we're gonna definitely do some business. We're gonna work.
Yeah.
Put poster brand. Now they trying to ban the brand at the Olympics. That's probably why, because they ain't getting money. If that brand sponsor the Olympics, they would have
Yeah.
been
Facts.
okay.
Yeah.
And it's just They know what they know. Oh, you didn't give us no money. We can't. Remember, your name go inside of your hat on your thing. To my knowledge, because I saw a clip of me, a picture of one girl. I don't know if it was she's part of it, but there's a logo on that. It's a logo on it. So you got a logo on it. Guess what? What the drug give you superpowers? You become Aquaman with it on. Become
Nah,
Aqua or Aquawoman. Like you. What's the Marvel one? That guy with there's a Marvel one too that swimming. But
I don't even know.
who you become? Flash
You
man.
are,
I didn't want to say
yeah,
this. I think it started with a P. I think it started with a P or something. I didn't want to just say the wrong word.
Poseidon.
Is it Poseidon? I think so. No, Poseidon. Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't know.
the guy in the water. But it's like got a logo. You put money up, you could do anything.
Yeah.
That goes back to the weed thing. Whoever gonna put money up to say take that off, they take it off. People gotta stand behind them. I
Hmm.
wouldn't tell them girls to pull out because that's their name.
Yeah.
I think everybody who smokes weed should stand by Sha'Carri and say, hey, this is bull crap. We don't care what the rules say. The rules is made to be changed.
Hmm.
That's the thing of rules. They set rules for guidelines, and it takes somebody else to say, "Hey, yo, listen, that ain't right. We
Yeah.
wasn't. If you want to go by the Bible, we wasn't wearing clothes. Guess what? They made clothes.
Yeah, it's
Why
true.
can't we stay how we were? Why can we can't stay how we were? You know what I mean? Every rule been changed somewhat. It made them change. People got to come together.
All
Now the
right.
problem is who's behind it that won't let you change some of the stuff.
Now I want to get to some rules that has been changed. And another topic with the Olympics is the trans. How that now they allowing transgender women to compete against biological women. And we should get the lady's name. Cece Telfair shows she was ineligible to run for the Olympics because they said that her hormones, her testosterone is too high. Like she tried to take a
That's a
testosterone, I
she was
guess,
that
decreaser.
was a woman.
Huh? No, well, she's transgender.
French. See, oh, I thought when I kept seeing it, because I never read it, I heard they kept saying she couldn't run. I thought she was a natural. You sure she not? She wasn't a natural woman, and she just had a high testosterone level.
No, she's transgender.
Oh, oh, I didn't know that. I thought she was a. Like I said, I don't watch news, so I saw a clip that
Yeah.
saying they won't allow her to run because her
That's
testosterone
yeah. So that's
is
the thing I
too
want to get
high.
on. So now that we basically put in that into the same group as Sha'Carri, as the black swimming team, and Gwen Berry, how she's protesting. You think that should be in the same group?
No, and there's nothing to get trans at all. I respect you. Be want to be who you want to, who you are, what you want, but I can't hit a woman, and I wouldn't, but I can't hit a woman. You tell me women can't play men's basketball, which I think some probably would be able to. If you can't let men play that, it shouldn't be the other way around either. Like it's fair, because if you want to go by makeup and I don't know the scientific term of the body structure or what I probably do, but I don't remember it. Of a woman and man, remember testosterone. Hence why if you take testosterone, it's illegal for you to take.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying you're trying to boost up your system and stuff. So I think if you try to take estrogen in certain spots, it might ban you from that.
Yeah.
Blood doping, you can't put new blood in your system. Like certain things you can't do in the physical power. I don't know. I think it's a scientific thing with that about men and women being faster. I don't want to die on that hill, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing
All right.
because
I'll
that's why
put it
they
like
got
this.
men's because they got men's rate running and women's, and I think it's
Yeah.
just not fair.
So Shakari Richardson, just to put it in perspective, she had a speed like I forgot what her speed was, like what her time was when she ran her 100. Her
Yeah.
100 was slower than maybe the 30th guy who didn't make the Olympics.
Mm. I go to show like there's a
How much of
difference.
a difference it is. And now they want
Yeah.
to add, the transgender women to compete with women. And I don't think most trans people really agree with this. I don't know who's pushing it. Like even Caitlyn
I
Jenner came up
I, I,
and
I
said that it's
didn't
wrong.
see too many. I didn't see too many trans doing that because if that's the case, all sports should be.
unisex.
intergender then.
Yeah, so like
So,
I
so
don't know if you see. I don't know if
Cheryl Swoops should have been allowed to play in the NBA.
she wouldn't last.
Well, yeah, from them fouls, yeah, but she should have been allowed to play in the NBA if that's the case. Don't if LeBron wanted be not LeBron. Anybody want to go over to the WNBA? That wouldn't be fair, you
Yeah,
know.
you could put the worst. Because it's a big difference between men and women physicality. It's not
Yeah,
about the
even
skills,
through
not
the
about the
same size.
knowledge, just the physical aspect of it. It's a big difference. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, in New Zealand, there's a trans woman that's competing as a weightlifter. Did you hear about that?
compete. She could
She's
compete
actually
as a woman.
no yes. So it's a transgender woman competing as a woman against women as a weightlifter, and it's crazy about it. She took another woman's spot that was like one of the best weightlifters, and they told the women whose spot she took, you need to drop weight or retire because we're gonna have her go because she lift more than you.
Wow.
Yeah, so the woman had to retire. She had to drop 40 pounds to compete. That's a big drop in
What do you mean
weightlifting.
drop? She had to lose. Why
She had to
she had to
lose
lose
weight
weight?
because it goes by weight classes.
Oh,
So this transgender man or
oh,
transgender woman came in and she took her spot because they weigh the same, and she's breaking all her records.
oh.
Yeah, so she's breaking all her records, and now this transgender woman is beating all the records. She's projected to win. And mind you, she already competed as a man. When she was a man, she competed in the Olympics and other trials in weightlifting. So now she just now became transgender and met the qualifications, and now she's competing as a woman against biological women, and she's killing the
Did
competition.
he did he win anything? Did
I
he win
think
anything
I
in
think
the
he
men
plays.
in the
I
men's?
think when he was a man, he plays bronze.
So he wanted now he want to be first. I mean, she want to be first. Mm. See, you got to make sure we not is not look like we taking the shots at anybody because I would never do that. But right is right, wrong is wrong, and logic is logic. Being logical, if you want to tell me if I put my hand in a woman, I'm wrong because my strength, I should not be able to play women's sports.
No.
Whether it's transgender or just as a man, I should not be able to play women's sports because it would be unfair because some things I could do. And I'm only going by what I see and what I witness. Like you see a lot of men dunking. When you see some women dunking, it's a big thing. Like not Cheryl, Lisa Leslie, she probably dunked what 3 or 4 times, but
Yeah.
it was a spectacle. Not a spectacle, but it was a hype thing. Candace Parker, she won a dunk contest on the simplest dunk, and there was no just a dude went behind his back and everything. But I understood because she was able to dunk.
yeah.
I don't know if the dude was the same height as her, but she had to be tall to still dunk though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She had to be tall, and you had to be tall for it seemed like for a woman to dunk. These guys who 6'2" dunking, this girl got to be like
Five
6'4",
seven
6'5". Yeah,
dunking.
yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Look at Spud Webb.
And these girls, damn near 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", and barely trying to dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's something there that you don't see a lot of women dunking. Because if they start dunking in the WNBA, it's going to go crazy because that'd be something that they never seen before
Yeah.
as much. Very rarely you see a woman dunking a game. So there's got to be something different with the physicality.
So do you
So
feel like is it like an attack on women? Like they just now allowing transgender women to come in and compete with them and taking basically like they work their whole life to be at something. This is my opinion. They work their whole life to be like I want to be this position. They finally got to this position, and a guy could say or a transgender woman could say, you know what? Now I'm trans. I transition over. I meet the requirements. I'm coming into your field and I'm taking over. And even though I grew up as a biological man and I transition over, I still have that physicality to be dominant. I think it's messed up that they doing that to them. And that's no attack on the trans. And I know it's trans out there that agree with what I'm saying. They're saying that it's really
yeah,
messed up. Because I think they
it's
making
not,
trans look more like a spectacle than anything. They're
yeah,
making them look
like
crazy. Like if you
you gotta be fair. To be honest with you, I would think you would want to be who you are. Like if you trans and you feel you are a woman or feel you identify with being a woman, I think you should want to still. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that sounds ignorant. Now, hopefully, it's not coming off ignorant. Be the man, because you know they nobody woman could beat me or nobody this. I think you should compete in your relative,
Biological.
sport or lane, biological. Yeah, sorry, and compete and just and bust their ass. And if you want to be a woman, bust their ass in that
Yeah.
because it gets a slippery slope. Because now, what if certain things you can't do they could do? Now you're gonna be complaining.
Yeah.
You're gonna complain about something because now, like that's like me saying, I say I don't want to compare this, but just let's say I want to wrestle. I want to wrestle in I want to wrestle, but I'm gonna wrestle 15-year-olds. They might be good at wrestling, but let's say my weight and my body size, my height, me being fully developed, they not. If I go wrestle with somebody young, I can potentially hurt them.
Yeah.
In a weight class or yeah, young, even if they mind, I might know a little bit more. Now body slam them a certain way, they bones not right. I hope that's not a bad comparison, but it's just to show you that you gotta like keep things in a respective field because somebody can get hurt like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, imagine you let a woman box a transgender box a woman, a biological woman.
Yeah, I heard
That's
stories about that
dangerous.
in MMA. They started allowing that. Now, I don't think
Yeah,
not UFC, but I have heard that where they let biological men that's now trans fight women.
and you could damn near get punch your head off,
You'd be punched to
brain
death, basically.
damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember you got to fight till the end.
Yeah, man. So
And guess what
I just feel
happens when you
like
fight to the end?
they
And
really
like you said,
they take it
they
from
gotta
women on that aspect.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the history, you look at the history of the world, it ain't far off. Remember, I think that's what listen. Remember, they instead of having women play as actors, they had men play as women.
Yeah.
She's right there. She's right there. You ain't gonna you ain't not gonna just tap her. And I think something came on the radio and they was like back in the day, men was jealous of women doing this and that or getting certain jobs that they started playing women in certain characters. I'm like,
It's
so
crazy.
you gotta, I don't mind you do what you gotta do, but it's like the thing of instead of getting a black person playing a character, you're gonna get a white person and paint them black.
Yeah.
It's like you got right there. That's a black man right there that's capable of
Mm-hmm.
doing this. That's a woman right there that's capable of doing it. But I will say it's a. I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna down that hill. I believe so, and it's deep. And it's deeper. And the thing is the conditioning because I'm gonna go back to Sha'Carri. Sorry to keep going back to her.
Mm-hmm.
But I see so many men who don't speak up against anything else. When her name got mentioned, I think they start using women. They start going in. Same dudes that smoke every day. Like I make, me. I make a post on Facebook about dissing weed just for fun because they get so angry.
Yeah.
They get so angry. They defend it. They damn near put their whole business on there how they smoke, knowing that their job got a policy, but yet they will defend it. But as soon as she came out, oh, she knew better. Yeah, she knew better, but guess what? It takes one person to change something. It takes one and the
Facts.
people to follow to do it. So with that being said, what's going on? Why nobody standing behind her? Or you just hate because I'm starting to think that so things stuff because people hate women. I'm not gonna put that all on that, but I think that's part of it. Because there's no way you want to make that big of a stand, yet like you so adamant about making this post. You don't comment against nothing else. You don't comment about how they wrong for this, they wrong for that. Didn't take up for Naomi when they her mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden you got so much to say because this girl took weed, smoked weed. But you didn't say nothing against nobody. When a girl said my mental health is at stake,
Yeah,
and they find her. So
that's crazy.
and black men got to start shutting up sometimes and know when to stand with women. Stop
Yeah,
giving your
facts.
opinion if you give your opinion on everything. Stop giving your opinion if you're not gonna give your opinion on everything. Then it just seems like you're only trying to attack women when it comes up to it.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Black men
Right.
need to know how sometimes when you side, even if you going through something with a woman and you feel like they against you at times, but know when to have that conversation around who.
Yeah.
So don't come out and always say something out when it's always about black women to go against them because we need to stick together when we need to stick together. That's majority of the times.
Everybody else do. All
No,
right, so I want to finish up this black women in sports conversation with this new Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor thing that's on ESPN. I don't know. Did you hear the audio from Rachel Nichols?
no, I saw like a thing on social media, but I didn't hear it.
All right, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. Hold on.
Oh, but while we at that, you see this? Well, this happened to be wearing this anyway.
You
Oh,
can't see it
no.
now. Yeah, go there.
Yeah, I
You go.
know. I respect black women. I wear that most every day just because I believe it. I believe in it, and I really mean it.
And also, what do you do Doris' silent reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For her to do full time. For Maria to do the hosting full time. Yeah. So, I have declined.
Oh my bad.
I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And, I'm trying to figure out like how to just, my thing is like I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need her to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your like crappy long time record on diversity, which by the way I myself like know personally for the female side of it, like go for it. Just find it somewhere else. Like you're not gonna find it with me.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So you heard the clip. You heard what she said. How you feel about it?
Let me off subject but on subject. You know why I like rap so much?
Why?
There's a saying for everything. You was who you was before you got here.
That's
And
what
I'm
I always
saying
say. I
that
quote
because
quote the great American philosopher
yo,
Jay-Z.
son, that's the illest quote because it's like, yo, you think every time I see her with like Jalen, Jalen, yeah, Matt Barnes and Steve, she always look
Yeah.
like it just seemed something off. It just seemed like something, but she was like, yeah, when I was going through this and that, like she was just all there smiles, but you just look at somebody and say like, yo, something behind that. And I know what she's gonna go for. She's gonna go for the I'm a woman. I know the diversity thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they're gonna do because she's really aiming at. You can tell she's aiming about the black part, but she's gonna try to make it seem like it was them trying to hire another woman, and because that's a part of diversity too, and that's what she probably gonna try to like clean it up with.
Yeah.
They added another woman and stuff, but you know what it is. Because if you say yourself, she's doing football, she's doing this, she's doing that. How can you get mad? So what's the difference from hiring a man for no reason and giving them that job and putting them in front of their screen? Because
Yep.
ESPN have been, well, sports in general have been hiring a lot of women. I don't
Yeah.
see nothing wrong with that. But guess what? They're also hiring a lot of men, giving them men big contracts just for the look.
Yep.
For the look, we got some of them they know the sport. How can you tell someone who know the sport? Oh, you just getting hired because you're a woman. Granted, it's like getting hired because you know Spanish and another language.
Mm-hmm.
Like you wrong for hiring somebody who know everything. They know that stuff, but then you also a woman. Sometimes you gotta go with the luck of the draw. You can't just be good at one thing and get the job, but somebody else good at a lot of stuff, and they also fit the criteria of diversity.
Yeah. So let me give you a little
What the
background
hell?
what that video that the audio is about. So basically, that's about Maria Taylor is now doing the NBA Finals for the NBA bubble, right? So they had like the Black Lives Matter on the court and all that stuff
Oh,
is going
she
on.
used to do it.
Yeah, so they decided to go with Maria Taylor. Then decide instead of going with Rachel Nichols, because Rachel Nichols usually does the NBA countdown and everything. So now they going with her instead. So she's like, that's kind of messed up. I understand what you guys are going through or what you're doing, but at the same time, you're doing it now on my expense. So now she's feeling like I've been here all this time. Now all this is going on in the world. You want to just say, all right, let's move her out and put her in because she's a black woman and probably look better with the optics. That's why she came out and
Well,
said that.
technically, technically she said that your crappy longevity of crappy diversity.
Mm-hmm.
So you letting it be known, you know that they don't have no diversity there. So you kind of letting it be known that you know that, and you never spoke on it before, but now they trying to change it. You have an issue with it.
But she was like one of the allies. She's supposed to be down for the cause and all that. And now it's like it now is affecting her. She got an issue with it. If you really was an
Oh,
ally, you
right.
really down for the cause. Why are you not just gonna step aside and let Maria Taylor do her thing? That's
That's
why,
how it
like,
works. They say you never know. That's the theory. They say you never know who's your ally until it
yeah,
affect them.
like I
I'm gonna
don't know.
tell you
You ever
this.
heard what Max Kellerman always say? He said, "I'm aware of white privilege, but I'm not giving mine up." He said, "I understand how I got here. I'm not giving it up.
I
I'd rather you
respect that.
keep it
That's
real like
dope. He
that,
said that.
huh?"
Yeah, because that's common sense. Because if you're aware of it, but why would I give mine up? Because then that's my
Yeah,
money. So I respect him for that because you letting it be known, like, yo, I know it, but he basically I'm selfish. It's not wrong with that because everybody is when it comes to their money. So
yeah,
I'd rather you acknowledge it and say that, but then try to act like, because, for example, granted, it's not a race thing, but it's a man and woman thing. This dude, he was hosting this battle rap thing. I'm sorry. His name Jay Black, cool dude. You could tell like he just it's more like more morals. He don't do the clickbait. He don't do no crazy like judging people's lives. But then they had the women event. He got on his show and said, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. They should have women hosting this. I think it's right. It's an all women event. I think they should have women hosting it. He said, yo, I know I'm messing up your bag, said it to some dude. And he said, you know what? I'm even messing up my bag. But you know what? I think Nunu Nail should do it. He naming women on like they should do it because that's stand up right there. Because
yeah.
you know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is. You know that a woman should be doing that. Like you know it. Why would you not want that?
Facts.
But
Because
she should do it. Actually, if you should have said, is there a way we can both do it, or how can we do it? What
I
can I
think
do
I
during
think
this
now
time?
it's to the point. It's like no return. Like I think if you watch the NBA games or not, you notice like Rachel Nichols on the court. She doing like kind of what Doris Burke used to do, and Maria Taylor's doing the stuff that what Rachel Nichols used to do, and
Yeah.
I think they pre-record everything so it could like kind of coincide with stuff, but they don't even talk to each other. No, I
Yeah.
heard it's like really bad now. It's really bad, and I heard that.
Them too?
Huh? Yeah, I heard it's really bad between the two. And also, I think that Rachel Nichols and no Maria Taylor contract is coming up, so her contract is almost due in a few weeks. And they offered her $5 million a year. She turned that down. She's only making $1 million a year. She turned down the $5 million a year, and she won $8 million. She won Stephen A. Smith money. So now this audio leaked out of it. It might be a chess move, in my opinion, but still, I don't know.
She might sure Steve well see everybody's like, oh, Stephen A. Smith making the most and that, but he's probably getting jerked because how much they
Oh
work
yeah,
him. But
they work him
but
too hard. That's why he looks stupid now. He looks stupid because he's talking about sports he don't know about. And that's taking away his
yeah,
credibility. Like they already told him
yep.
don't come back to UFC after what he did.
Yeah, and like I said, with him is like
They wearing him
he used to
thin.
be honest like one of the guys you can say, he on morals. Now yeah, because now you like I gotta keep my money or you wait you make this money, you gotta do this.
Yeah, you see this
And
dude
you
literally.
gotta
You see Stephen A. Smith literally falling asleep on TV shows because they working him so much. Like, oh, this game is over. You need to be here. You need to be there. He's flying all across the
they got him
country
pop
doing
they got him pop they got him popping up on shows like, man, you doing on that show, fam. You just
CNN.
you just hopped up on the show, you just hopped up on Sports Center at 5 o'clock, then you on his show,
Yeah,
bro, go get some rest. But that's what do. So now she should make it a chess move. Or make your next move is your best move.
yeah,
Cause then shoot, there's some channel that's willing to invest in you.
And she's a
Sure,
good
you got
talent.
I don't
I like
know
Maria
the
Taylor.
full extent of
I think she got a lot of insight.
and shoot.
I like
I
her better than
think
Rachel Nichols. I'd rather see Maria Taylor
hopefully
than Rachel Nichols.
I don't I don't know how much Jamel Hill getting wherever she at, but I think sometimes you got to team up with these people because actually Jamel Hill and
Carrie
what's
Champion.
her name? No, I know her. They're champion. They together now, right? Or doing
Yeah,
stuff together, working
I
together,
think
like a
now they got a
podcast
show
on.
on Vice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta go when you celebrate it, even if
Yeah,
it's not the same as the 8 million. Take a good 6.5 million, and go somewhere. Make your value. Not start a podcast, but get your social media popping. Do what
yeah,
you got to do. Make yourself valuable because guess what? People will start following you. You got a good take. Sometimes you don't pay attention. Like even with the moderators on these shows, they get a woman. It's kind of sexy. I'd rather you have nobody there than have a woman in the middle moderating, and then she barely can talk, give her point of view. I would want to
yeah,
hear her point of view. I want to hear. Sometimes they jump in, but how you feel about that? But then they just two men yelling back and forth. And just got a woman in the middle.
yeah.
Like yo,
I think
nah.
that
Look,
stuff has kind of
I
died
want a
out. Nobody
woman.
want to see that no more,
I
really.
want to. I want a woman that's going to talk too. Shoot,
Yeah,
shoot, shoot. The men barely talk about WNBA. Let them get up there and talk about every sport. They probably could talk about the WNBA more than the man could. And
yeah,
shoot, in the NBA too.
yeah,
They gotta, open up the world for them.
yeah.
There's a market for it, but just nobody promoting it, so they control the narrative.
Hmm.
They're gonna tell you what you want to see on TV, not asking you what you really want to see. And you can tell that about when stuff changes, people go change with them. They go where they want to go. You know,
Yep,
there's a place for her.
it is.
She seemed dope.
Yeah,
I don't like. I saw a clip of her. I'm not gonna go with the she beautiful, but she seemed dope. She I saw a clip of her talking.
hmm,
She know how to articulate her words. So if you know whatever sport she is, sometimes you gotta invest in people. Shoot, that's the big bag. Even if you're not an ally, you about money. You invest in that person because you know they're gonna bring a fan base that want to see it now.
yep,
I don't know how FS1 Sports really moving. And look
hmm,
like they trying to save people from ESPN tobacco, but I don't know they standpoint. But somebody should look at Gilbert Arenas. He over there, he actually good for his show. He give his honest opinion. He'll tell you if somebody was nice, or he'll talk trash so he could beat everybody, but he also tell you like, yo, that dude was busting my ass, yo. I thought he was trash. He buzzed my ass. He got a lane, but he's one of the guys you like put him on a channel where you could talk freely.
yeah,
Cause he gonna tell you, yo, I did this, I did that. He might curse here and there, but somebody like him, give him a chance. He was on the podcast, and I was listening to a podcast. They said that typical thing. They was gonna try to bring Gilbert and somebody else. Was it Gilbert? And I think Mia Khalifa, the porn star, and talk about sports.
hmm,
just not because they thought it was a good idea. They're gonna try to model it after everyday struggle, and they're trying to copy everything everybody else is doing and make it about sports. So in the sports world, people are trying to go with gimmicks. They're trying to find what's going to get people to bring them over there if they talk, but then they don't work out because it's not genuine. So you got to
yeah,
go with people that actually know what they're talking about. They try to make the porn star do that stuff. Like what? Just because
but
of her
she might know
name
about
and how many
sports though.
followers she got on porn. She might, but guess what? It didn't work because how they try to go about it. They ain't
Yeah,
try to lean into it. She retired and they just put it in the sports with a basketball player with no sitting in on shows and try because they know they couldn't do that on national network. But said man, pay people what they worth and mind your business. Stop checking people's pockets. Make yourself valuable,
yeah,
but make yourself valuable where when you pop up, it's seen. To be honest with you, ESPN should be paying Stuart Scott's family every year. I don't think they are, but they should be paying his family a royalty check.
probably not.
I don't know how you feel. They're not, but they should pay
Why
him
would they?
royalty checks.
Why would they, in your opinion?
Granted, I know nobody just have to owe you anything, but he's the reason why that channel is that channel. But now it's that dwindling. But he's the reason. Because I could close my eyes and I'd be like, damn, Stuart Scott's on there? Because the other black guy started talking like that. He didn't look like Stuart Scott, but he started talking like that. Then you
Mm-hmm.
start hearing the white guys talk like that too, like Scott Van Pelt, everybody using boom shakalaka, oh bam,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Stuart Scott was on, he brung that, then he did cameos and videos, he brought the same thing. The way he talked on that thing, he talked on somebody's rap video when he jumped in, like he was always him. He changed ESPN. He made me want to watch Sports Center because he on there talking some hoods, not hoods, but like the slang, like when
He talked like
like
us.
I want to
Yeah.
watch this. Yeah, there's some natural shit, and it's like, yo, that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Then after a while, they started transitioning into different positions. I wouldn't be like not looking at it. You hear it, I'm like, oh, Stuart Scott on. Man, you're like, oh, that's not him. That's a white guy. That's another black guy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
These guys was talking like that before, and I'll say they should join because they was allowed to do that. Shoot, I think I personally think they wanted Jamel Hill and what's it, Mike Scott or what's his name?
Michael Smith. Michael
Mike,
Smith.
Mikey Smith. Sorry, I thought Smith, but I think they wanted them to fail because they had their own show. They were doing skits, the movies, hood movies, saying how they really felt, quoting the rap videos.
Nah, I think
Then you
I
put
think
them
I
on
think they
6
want them
o'clock.
to. I ain't think they want them to fail. I think they ain't know what to do with it. It's like it caught us so
Right.
fast. They try to capitalize it on more than what it was. It should have stayed in that
Well,
lane
I'm
that it
tell you,
was
well,
in.
see,
If it stayed in that
no,
lane,
I
they'd have
don't
did
think it's
great.
them. Listen to them talk together. Listen to when they did I think he did her podcast, but and she got on him say he said I'm not supposed to bring come. I know the fans been wanting it, but I didn't want them to the wrong E. I wasn't ready for it. And they talk, but they saying they did it like they wouldn't. They tell them so when they sign a contract, they said we want y'all to do y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like same way y'all brung that over here, bring it over here.
Yeah.
But when they tried, they gave them a scripted thing. I never understand hiring somebody and giving them a script. If granted, you still, you know what I mean, you you give them a script, but you get them leeway.
Nah, they
Improv.
dropped the bag
Look,
because look what they did with Dan Levitard. He kept the
yeah.
same formula the whole time he was at ESPN until he left. And he had one of
Yep.
the highest rated shows. He ain't changed nothing. He ain't trying to be on Sports Center. He ain't trying to be on this and that. If Jamel Hill and Michael Smith would have stayed in their lane, or if ESPN ain't trying to push them to something they not, that'd have been great because they had that lane. They had
Nope.
that small niche
But
that people
but
appreciate.
that's why I said I think they wanted them to fail because even listen to them, they said they gave them told them they could keep everything like basically the same, but then when they went there, they at 6 o'clock. They know how they moved it to 6 o'clock. They know how Sports Center is. They said, "Yo, can we be us?" He said, "Yes." But then when they started getting there, they started doing a little bit things different from what I remember from they saying. But you know what? Sometimes you got to go where you're not celebrated at.
Mm-hmm.
You're not celebrated. Be your own.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take that hill, get some people to back you, and then just go out. Sometimes
Yep.
you got to start the podcast yourself, and you know what stuff going. Like people got mad at Paul Pierce for having strippers, but technically, what the hell does got to do with me being on ESPN?
Nothing.
As long as I ain't got no cocaine in my system, or you don't see me blowing down a mountain of cocaine and
Yeah.
raping chicks and doing all wild shit, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not doing no crazy wild shit, why y'all worried about me out here with smoking weed with strippers? Because half the people only do that. I understand the older visual. You just clean it up. So I should have done that like that.
Yeah. He probably's ready to leave
I
anyway.
should have put that. Yeah, he probably was, and I understand it. Sometimes you have to get out your contract.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm making more money doing this and I did that." And everybody will know you're not. How you tell someone how they feel? Like sometimes you just gotta you're tired. You don't. Everybody think because you're on ESPN you're making so much money. You may not be. You hear
Yeah.
people complaining about how they was treated, why so many people left. If it was that great, you think Skip wouldn't have stayed?
What do you call it? What do you call it left? It made a lot more money.
You know
Kind of
what I
like
mean?
Cowherd.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And guess what? They made more money, and it was a different thing. So sometimes we got to stop trying to chastise somebody for doing something. And look, once again, a black man, you should stay behind them. He
Yeah.
smoked weed. Oh, he's stupid. He should have known. He know you can't do that for Disney. That's the first thing. Now everybody the freaking moral police. Like, yo, You supposed to be at your job. Your job don't. They have a drug policy, but they don't enforce it. But now, when you do it, you're gonna call him all types of names. But he did it. You know, you work for Disney. You know
Yeah.
what Disney is? Disney is Marvel, Pixar, and all that stuff. They got they got rumors of being pedophilia. They got rumors of drugs and all other stuff. And he get on there. It's not even Disney. It's ESPN. Granted, it's the same, but it's ESPN. Let's be for real
Yeah.
about this. Sports, sports, and entertainment. They should have said, "Oh, you shouldn't have posted that like that." He took it down fast. But like you said, he probably wanted to do it, so I ain't mad at him. Get out, you
Mm.
want to get out your contract? Get out your contract.
Yeah.
Because it's different ways. You don't realize dudes back in the day used to run up in the office and threaten the producers and the executives. He just
Mm.
went on the thing with some strippers and some weed. Probably his every Friday, and this was the only time they recorded it.
Yeah.
We just got to stop trying to tear our own down when we see him do something. So that's saying sometimes you gotta say nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that everybody get online, you don't know he's wrong, then that helps people that say, you know what, he's wrong.
Yeah.
Shut up sometimes. No one to shut up.
Yeah.
Unless you do talking for a living, that's different. Other than
Yeah.
that, the average person should just shut up.
All right. We about to wrap this up though. Once again, let's
You
give
ain't talk about hold on, you ain't talk about Naomi?
Oh no, I ain't
That
bringing
was one of
Naomi.
the
'Cause I
Olympics.
just that's new to me, so I don't know too much about it. To tell you the truth.
Oh, really? You didn't know
Yeah, I
about
didn't
the
hear about it
Naomi
till you
thing?
told me to earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, go ahead. You cook
well,
on it. You cook on Naomi.
real,
'Cause
real,
I don't
real
know too much
quick.
about it.
Look, I want you to look it up too because what happened with her was, you got to do the media and stuff.
Yeah.
She was basically saying how, well, listen, I don't feel comfortable doing it for my mental health. I won't be talking to the media.
Mm-hmm.
She probably said, I'm paraphrasing. And then she said that, I need to preserve my mental health. And then guess what they did? They fined her. And guess what she did? Maybe I shouldn't have did it. Well, she's basically said, in not so many words, probably a bad way of going about it, but I preserve mental health. So guess what? I'm pulling out.
Yeah.
She backed out. I think it was one of those opens or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
know. I
they
know about
pulled
that,
out.
but I'm talking about the new thing that happened with her that I'm not sure
No, no,
about.
but now I read somewhere, and hopefully it's true, but I forgot where I saw that in the article where they said she's going to be representing Japan. She had
Yeah.
dual citizenship. So I think she got a denouncement of citizenship or whatever was the term. She's going to be going for Japan. First, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, they don't probably care about you, but that's, you know what? I respect it. Take control of what you have to take control of. Because guess what? I don't know how many granted she makes. I think she
She's Haitian and Japanese.
having Japanese. So technically, if she win, it's a black woman who's ahead of who won for Japan.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else won to my knowledge, the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a stand. So she might go on the record books of being the first over there. I don't know how they feel about her over there because I'm not from over there. I don't know too many Japanese people.
Yeah.
But I'm back. I'm all for people taking stand. That's why I don't get mad at NBA players who leave.
But now,
They taking control of themselves.
like her playing for Japan now, or her going into Olympics as a Japanese woman. What stand is that really taking? I
I
mean,
me
she's still gonna have to
personally,
do interviews.
she might. I don't know. But see, that's something else. But now
It's not like it's a
she she,
national
she
thing.
take
It's an international thing.
she's taking a stand on first. She's taking a stand on mental health. Let's start with that,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah. I get
big.
that.
Preserving
I
mental
get all
health.
that stuff.
She's
But I'm
taking a
saying
stand.
for her now being as a coming into the Olympics as a Japanese woman instead of American or a Haitian woman.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why like I don't really know too much about that. And like, what's the
See, she's not saying it, but I think like I said, my personal opinion. I think that's a bigger play in the record book for her to take another. I think that's another stand again. That because remember she got two for the U.S. and over there. I think that I don't know if it's like to go against the national anthem. I don't know that because she's not going to say it, and I hope she don't. I hope this be like a move. If whatever big movement it is, I hope it's a silent movement that everybody know what it is, but she don't have to say it. If that makes sense,
Nah, because I
because
don't I don't know what it is. That's why I didn't really touch on it.
okay,
I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know the reason behind it.
listen, I don't want to say F America because that's not how I feel, I guess. But I think it's a bigger play. I think it's see, you got to look into the politics of Japan. I think it's something for her. I think it's like a thing for that. It got to be something behind that because it's something. I'm gonna look into it. I want to
Yeah,
look into it because I think it's a bigger play, and it might not be a bigger play for all of us. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bigger play for black people, but I think it's a bigger play for her over there. And I don't know. I don't think you'd even have to do no too much. Are you required? I don't think you're required for the Olympics to do interviews. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I don't know.
So that might be that help because she pulled out for like the opens and stuff where they force you to.
But maybe her pulling out from the opens it make her not qualify as an American to do the Olympics. But maybe the requirements in Japan is a lot less. That's probably why she
That
did that.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Could be, could be. I don't know, but I it's one of the things that I want to know. But I want to know in secret, like a almost like a true rumor, because I
yeah,
don't want to like to backfire on her. People attack her, and like mess with her because, like I said, they showed it when you get a chance. I think you probably saw this one. There was an interview of they brought the interview back. She's about mental health and interviews. They show an interview talking to her, and she just sounded down, and they just kept trying to ask her stupid questions. It was like
yeah,
it was cringy, almost like damn, like why you keep asking? Like you got to feel to be a good interviewer. You got to know how to ask a question.
mm-hmm.
You just don't ask stupid questions to try to provoke somebody, but you got to ask good questions that make sense. But sometimes they just try to like get you to say something so get clickbait.
Yeah. Of course,
So
that's where it
so
goes.
so that do mess up the mental health. So I just hope she's good mentally. Hope she's preserving her thing, and she could take that stand because guess what? How much money she made over that year? It's not about money, but sometimes, like I said, it takes somebody to take a stand for things to change.
Yeah,
Because now, if you need them, guess what happens? They know it. They can treat you out whatever way. If you don't need them, like if Sha'Carri probably was running like already in the fastest already, and nobody broke her record, they probably would have kept that on the wraps, or they
yeah,
probably would have changed a little bit because she got her statue status up. But back then, oh, you coming in trying to break records? Oh, we don't want that. So sometimes it takes for somebody to change. Like, hey, knock that off the board. This should be allowed.
mm-hmm.
Y'all allow this and point out fingers what's allowed. Somebody got to stand up and say, hey, y'all, she can't do it because they're gonna look like, oh, you just trying to justify. Somebody take somebody
Yeah,
else on the playing field and say, yo, listen, you accept this, and that. That's why I kind of give it up to Steve Jackson, Bad Barnes, Al Harrington. Like I said, I don't smoke, so I'm saying this in just for understanding sometimes. Them saying like, yo, this helps you after the game. Instead of being on these pills and killing yourself, he said they had to show David Stern like, yo, this is what we take in a regimen of pills just to get our body from these games.
mm-hmm.
In pain. Let alone football.
Yeah,
Concussion city over there. But you giving them all these pills that's messing up their body, and they damn near imagine giving somebody pills on top of what's that? What's the name of that? The not CS? Is it CS? Not PTSD. What's the thing that
PTS.
whatever it is they have? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I forgot. Then you give them pills on top of that to handle that. Then you give them pain pills on top of that. You know how many people I see play football and they say, "Yo, I was on pain pills. I was on addiction." The dude, I think his name is Del, friend the Ellis's. He had a show. He used to play football. He said, "Yo, I was on I saw an interview with him. His wife said, "Yo, wife didn't know I was on addiction. I was addicted to pain pills. I used to come home every day on pain pills."
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you telling me you can smoke weed and you have to relieve some of your pain, but yet these fucking pills is the ones that weed is the one that do it for you. But that's my main point. People got to stand with people. Definitely, if you believe in it, stop trying to be. Oh, I'm not like the rest of these Negroes. mentality and just say, yo, you know what? I don't think it's as bad as it should. Like we stand with you.
Yeah.
That's my point.
All right. So
And
now
I
we can
want to
wrap
say
it up.
I
Oh,
don't
go ahead.
I don't smoke. I want to say I don't smoke weed, so it's not me trying to justify. I never smoked a day in my life, but if it's going to help you, they said sometimes it help you with cancer.
Yeah.
So why not allow people to do it? But yet y'all sit there and get some of all these pills that damn near killing them, or medicine, radiation, all this stuff. So that's my
Yeah.
main point. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, give us another outro of your where we can find you at and all the stuff. We go wrap it up.
It's the lastaviator.com, clothing, merch, collection of mail on Instagram, www.collectionofourheart.com for books, a few other things, merch. Um, check me on Instagram.
All right.
I think I
Instagram.
said it
Is
already.
it YouTube?
Collection of mail. Yeah. YouTube collection of heart. Jamel Harden.
Say it again. You
All
broke
of that
up.
good stuff. It's collection of a heart. Jamel Harden.
Okay. And
So you
you
can
said
search the
Twitter
whole
too,
thing.
right?
You can find me. Twitter collection of mail.
You got a Facebook page or just a
Yeah.
regular Jamel Harden?
Jamel Harden.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to get rid of Facebook. I just deleted my app, y'all. I can't do it no more.
You know what? I understand it because I see myself getting there, but sometimes you need it when you promote certain things. But it do give you peace when you take it off.
Yeah, I
It
was
do
done
give you
with it.
peace when you take it off. Yeah.
All right then. So that's that. I
So,
appreciate your
all
time. Appreciate you guys for listening.
right.
I'll put in the I guess I'll put in the comments like I guess chapters of which topic we talked on. So in case you want to see something, you can just click it and you go straight to it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do it like that. All right, man. Appreciate you, Mel. We hit.
Good speaking to you.
Yes, sir. Hey, finish.